Welcome. Man, thank you for spending this holiday season with 2K Sports as we get ready for the special NBA presentation. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. This game against Dallas here, it's their first meeting of the season. And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout, a moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Well, Doris, we got a clash at the 5 spot here tonight. Can't wait to see these centers go at it.
B.A., there was once a point in history where we were talking about is the 5-man phased out of the game, and all of a sudden now you have several MVPs who occupy the position. It is unequivocally going to be a special matchup tonight.
Here's Sikma. Clock at 6. Caldwell Pope for 3. Sinks it from distance.
He's consistent. Out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Johnson. On the wing, Nembhard. Davis, a screen. It's tipped. And they get it back. And finished off by Davis. Here's Banchero. Mavericks with a rebound. Nembhard, right side. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
Offensive board to the right side. Pass to Banchero. Just 5 to shoot. Caldwell Pope with it. Second shot opportunity. That's short off the rim.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Outside Johnson. Right side Irving. Picked up by Okongwu. Goes up at the stripe. Knocked away. Wagner with a steal. The 3 from Banchero. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
And it's Irving off the drive. And here's Okongwu for 3. Hits a 3-pointer.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, It really helps the spacing for this team.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
He takes it in. Left side, Caldwell Pope. The Magic need to put one up here. Here's Banchero. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
Outside Irving. Lets it go from deep. Here's Okongwu. Goes back up. Outside Johnson. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Off the mark there with a 3. And so Banchero will bring it up for Orlando. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Now here's Johnson. Pass to Okongwu. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will keep it. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said, we're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that, it's pretty cool. To be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel. We have the team. Brian, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win-now mode, Allie. Thank you. Here's Caldwell Pope. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Caldwell Pope's got 5 now.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Nembhard. Still no points. And here's Okongwu for 3. It's rebounded by Banchero.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
And Kentavious Caldwell-Pope picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Both teams will make substitutions. There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Dinwiddie outside. Down low. Here's Capella. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him.
Inside, Capella's physical ability makes the difference. He can get vertical, bump with you, whatever it takes.
Anthony in the post. Wagner for 3. Drills it from deep. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
There's 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
Here's Dinwiddie. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Dallas shooting their second and third free throws tonight. Orlando making a switch here. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. What if it goes? Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a...
The Mavericks, 14.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Mavericks?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Doris, one place you see this Dallas team show up is in the hustle stats.
B.A., this version of the Dallas Mavericks is as tough and as gritty and as willing to compete as any I've seen.
Now here's Banchero. Isaac outside. Out to the right wing. Here's Sigma. Fires in the triple.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Here's Nembhard. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Johnson. The layup off target. Orlando leading. Now Banchero. There's the double with Okongwu. Here's Sigma. Back to Isaac. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Sigma. Oh, from deep. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field. And Dallas with possession. Next matchup, they'll be at home against the Wizards. And that's the first of just 2 home games for them. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Banchero comes with a double team. Here's Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Now here's Suggs. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from the line. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Sigma's got 5 points now this quarter. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA. Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, BA.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Suggs outside. Back to Banchero. The 3. Rebounded by Johnson. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by.
Well, that's 6'11", sending it back. Jonathan Isaac. Woohoo!
To the middle. Here's Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Pass to Irving. Irving is double. Now here's Nembhard. Out to the right wing. Okongwu with it. He's picked up by Banchero. Outside for Davis. Beyond the arc. Oh, Anthony Davis reigns in the 3.
Nice work from AD. He finds his comfort zone behind the three-point line.
Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Graham.
Yeah, BA. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He wants to review the game plan.
4, 3, 2, 1, high.
Orlando trailing here. Now here's Anthony. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Wagner with a screen. From downtown, Caldwell Pope's shot is off.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
And it's Marshall penetrating. Here's Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
Emphatic finishes are becoming routine for Mr. Gafford.
Here's Anthony. And Gafford with the block. Oh, deflected. Washington outside. Jacks up a three. Drops in the three. Washington's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
I like that decision right there. Don't try to force a shot inside. Kick it out.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. And so it's Dallas with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. More 2K action in just a moment. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian, Anthony Davis is letting it fly. He said, the way that teams are playing me, I've been getting back to the mid-range. It's an easier shot instead of fighting the double team, so that's all it is, continuing to trust it and shoot it. Brian, we've seen that jumper be a real weapon for him.
Yeah, that's a good call, Allie. Thanks.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
Outside Johnson. And Wagner comes to help. The three, Gafford. It's rebounded by Wagner.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Stolen by Davis. Here's Nembhard. Oh, the double clutch. Nice D from Wagner.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
You can see the feel Franz Wagner has for the game. Just great vision right there.
The Mavericks lead by 4. And Wagner comes to help. On the wing, Irving. Cuts off the pass. And the Magic pushing it up now. Pass to Caldwell Pope. And stolen by Irving. Davis with it. Wagner picks him up. Too strong. Davis for 2.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Anthony feeling it out a bit. Kicks it out to Wagner. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Pass to Gafford. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Wagner outside. Kicks it out to Wagner. From behind the arc. No luck on that one. The Mavericks lead by 6. Here's Davis. And Davis slams it home.
Yeah, talk about guys that like to go right to the rim. AD is towards the top of that list.
Kicks it out to Isaac. Pass to Wagner. Orlando again missing. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Mavs. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game. Oh, he tries a 3. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner outside. And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
A big group substitution here for Orlando. There's a screen. Pass to Black. No luck on that one. Johnson with the defensive effort. And so it's Dallas with it. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
I'll tell you, he has looked just a step slow all game, but his teammates, boy, have they come through. Not everyone has the green light to take that 3 in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Now here's Gafford. The kick out to Johnson. Second chance effort. Gafford. Rebound by the Magic.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
2 points. That one goes.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Dallas leading by 3. Exum left side. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Driving in. Can't get it to fall. Here's Orlando. Here's Black. No points yet. Pass to Sigma. On the wing, Anthony. Here's Black. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Banchero. Rebounded by Marshall. Out left to the wing. And stolen by Suggs. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Dallas on top, up by 3. And we're...
The Mavericks, 32.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Magic trail by 3. Pass to Sigma. Stolen by Davis. Now here's Irving. Finished off the break. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
Here's Irving. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feed. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Gets in the paint and drains it. Kyrie Irving, show off that touch.
Pass to Wagner. And that one is hammered home.
And the defense was there, B.A., but it just wasn't enough. Not against a guy with his skill level.
Yeah, the defense had to do more than just being there. They got to play it perfectly. And Franz Wagner picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And here's Okongwu. 6 to shoot. Pass to Johnson. Again, Dallas.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Magic trail by 7. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Sigma's shot is good. Here's Johnson. Davis, a screen. Pass to Okongwu. Fires for 3. Orlando with the rebound. Looking ahead, they've got the Cavaliers coming to town for their next one. And they'll be nearing the end of their 5-game homestand. There's a screen. The kick out to Banchero. Now Wagner. It's stolen by Johnson. Knocks it loose. And Wagner gets it to go. Now just a 2-point Dallas lead.
And Wagner is a very efficient scorer in the painted area.
Oh! The dunk by Okongwu.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. He told his players, we are right there, guys. This game is ours. this game.
Thank you for that, Allie.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Suggs outside. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Irving. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And it's an 8-point Maverick lead. And Suggs has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. The 3 from Banchero. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Okongwu. Sends it home from... Three-point land. Okongwu's got 5 points in the quarter.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Outside for Irving. Picked up by Okongwu. Launches it. He goes up again. Second chance shot. And the layup is up and in.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Mavericks.
It was stop and go for them along the way, but they finally seized full control of this game.
BA, the scoreboard definitely doesn't tell the whole story. They were able to pull things together when things got tough, and of course, they closed strong.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
Nembhard comes with a double. Pass to Black. And here's Banchero. Clock at 6. Here's Sikma. Shoots over Johnson. Sikma's shot is good. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambled.
And so it's the Mavericks taking care of business, and